Hello, from the Stearns County Conservation Office. This is Ben Ruley with your weekly conservation report. First off, I'd like to make you aware of a couple tour opportunities that are upcoming in the Stearns County area. The first is a small grain summer plot tour. The University of Minnesota Extension is offering 5 on-farm small grain summer plot tours in central and southern Minnesota in June to address small grain production issues, variety performance, and insect and disease pests. These programs are designed to provide farmers and crop consultants the tools needed to make small grains a successful crop in their operation. This includes information on production, agronomics, variety selection, disease identification, fungicide use, fertility, and economics. These programs are interactive and discussion-based, featuring a tour of current research plots and discussions of on-farm experiences. The one located in the Stearns County area is taking place next Wednesday, June 26th, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the Dave Locken Farm. Lunch at Pearl Lake Lodge prior to the plot tour. For more information on this, you can go to the Stearns County website, Stearns Soil and Water website at stearnscountyswcd.net and click on Calendar under the quick links on the right side of our screen. Another upcoming tour is the MECA Shoreline and Watershed Practice Tour. That will be taking place Thursday, July 18th from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. This tour will visit a number of shoreland and watershed practices throughout Stearns County. The tour is hosted by the Minnesota Erosion Control Association, MECA, and the Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation District. They will be meeting at the Stearns County office, front parking lot at 8:30 for registration and leave for the tour at exactly 9. You are invited to a day highlighting shoreland and watershed practices. For more information, contact the Stearns County Soil and Water office and ask for Greg Berg. 320-251-7800 extension 3. Each year, the Minnesota Department of Agriculture recognizes the top Minnesota dairy herds with low somatic cell counts. Since 2003, the MDA and University of Minnesota dairy experts have worked with the dairies farms throughout the state to lower somatic cell counts. Somatic cell count is a key indicator of milk quality. A lower somatic cell count is better for cheese production and a longer shelf life for bottled milk. Somatic cells occur naturally and are not a food safety concern. Dairy farmers monitor somatic cell counts because it can be used as a way of measuring the health of their cows. Processors may pay a premium for milk with low somatic cell counts, and farmers whose herds have very low somatic cell counts may receive significantly higher prices than farmers whose somatic cell counts are average to high. The Minnesota Department of Agriculture has released a list of 114 Minnesota dairy producers that have achieved the goal of having a somatic cell count of 100,000 or lower. I'd like to recognize the 17 Stearns County producers on that list: Gregory Dairy, Ruben and Janice Stomas, Joe and Kim Engelmeyer, Jeff Middendorf, Robert and Ann Kremers, Travis and Angela Sherping, Mark and Brenda Lucum, Paul Mayer, Corey and Jenna Middendorf, Scott and Denise Gauthier, Kukley Dairy, Nick Prayman, Welderwing Dairy, Felling Dairy, Schiffler Dairy, Corey and Missy Kramer, and Nicholas and Annie Stollenberger. Congratulations on the great work. The last topic I'd like to discuss is the Minnesota State Buffer Law and give you an update on where we're at in Stearns County. When we initially started this process about 3 years ago, we sent 300 letters out to landowners who had some type of compliance concern. We have now talked with almost every single one of those landowners. About half of them established the 50-foot buffer on their own and got into compliance. The other half requested assistance from our office. In most cases, that was developing an alternative practice plan. An alternative practice plan allows for potential flexibility on the 50-foot buffer. based on field characteristics such as slopes, soils, and watershed size, as well as where the water is flowing in the field, and existing conservation practices that a landowner may have incorporated. That is why you may see a variety of buffer widths out there in the landscape. The final stage will be enforcement. Now, Stearns County Soil and Water does not enforce the state buffer law. We only provide assistance and technical support. The Board of Soil and Water Resources, Bowser, or the watershed districts are tasked with actual buffer law enforcement. Landowners who do not get their buffers installed in a reasonable amount of time and have not worked with the soil and water offices may receive a letter from one of those agencies that they are having a compliance concern. If a landowner receives one of those letters, they then have 11 months to address their buffer concerns before there will be some type of financial penalty. If you have any questions on anything related to Minnesota State Buffer Law, please don't hesitate to contact the Stearns County Soil and Water Office. We'll be glad to answer any questions, develop an alternative practice plan for you, and help you through this process. Once again, this has been Ruley with the Stearns County Conservation Office, and this was your weekly conservation report.